Good afternoon, students. Today we're supposed to start with a new chapter, social health. Let's think elders always instruct you to go out of the home to interact with relatives and other people and play outdoor games, but not spend time continuously with television, phone, and internet. So that's what your parents always tell you, and you people always engage yourselves into the television and the internet and the phone. And your parents always keep on telling you go outdoor, play outdoor games. Okay, so when you are just with your television, phone, and internet, you become recluse. You become socially recluse. You don't like interacting socially with people. You don't like being social, don't like being a part of social gatherings and all. So such a person becomes socially recluse. It doesn't like being part of the society and just wants to stay alone. So that's not a good sign. We need people, we need a company of people, okay, to be mentally sound as well. Why the children of your age are instructed same in each home. Our lifestyle has been changed to some extent in this age of technology. So when I was a kid, I hardly used to stay home all the day, whole of the day outdoor, school, playgrounds. That's what our life was. But today's kids, it's like come home, they have their television, they have their internet, they have their phone. At the most, they like going to the malls and just roam around in malls, take selfies and all. That's what their life has become. But our life was completely a different one. So earlier we have studied the importance of physical health, cleanliness, and staying healthy. However, the concept of health does not end with it only. So the concept of health just does not mean physically fit, staying healthy, clean, being mentally sound and socially sound as well. Social health. Now let's observe the following chart, discuss about the relationship of various factors shown therein with social health. So these are the various factors that affect your social health. Education, of course. Okay, some people are not so educated. They don't like, so like they feel a complex. They generally feel that they are not so uh, good to be around with a class of people. So they try and separate themselves from others. Financial status, of course. Okay, gardens, social and physical conditions of the surrounding. The surrounding that you live in plays a very important role in your social health. Social environment of the surrounding, residential area, of course, what kind of residential area you are in, water, toilets, political conditions, playgrounds, social treatment, social safety, transport facilities, education and job opportunities, satisfying basic needs of persons, food, clothing, shelter, medicines. So these are the various factors affect your social health. Out of the various aspects of social health, we thought about only one in the above mentioned activity. Social health is the ability of a person to establish relationship with other persons. So what do you mean by social health? So social health is ability of a person to establish relationship with other persons. Ability to change one's own behavior according to the changing social conditions. So जैसे जैसे social conditions change होती है अपने आप को उनके हिसाब से ढाल लो is an important characteristics of social health. So social health का एक important characteristic है. So changing your behavior according to the patterns of the society, the changing social conditions. Various factors like strong personality, having large number of friends and relatives, proper use of time during loneliness, and with peer group, trust in others, respect and acceptance for others are important for good social health. So these are all important for good social health. We have seen that various factors affect social health. Factors disturbing the social health now. What factors disturb your social health? So the above paragraph you have to learn the above paragraph starting from social health se leke for good social health tak. So social health is the ability of a person to establish relationship with other persons. Ability to change one's own behavior according to changing social conditions is an important characteristic of social health. Various factors like strong personality, large number of friends and relatives, proper use of time during loneliness and with peer group, your close friends, using that time with them. Trust in others, respect and acceptance for others are important for good social health. Close your bracket here. So इतना पढ़ना है तुम्हें. Now, what are the various factors that disturb the social health? First is mental stress. Competition has increased in opportunities for education, employment, and business due to increase in population. तो एजुकेशन हर जगह कंपटीशन बढ़ गया है. ठीक है, लैक्स ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स एवरी ईयर गिव द मेडिकल एग्जाम एंड thousands of them get admissions and the remaining do not get admissions, or you can say hundreds of them get admissions and thousands of just remain without admission. So there is so much of competition for education. The same is with employment. एक सीट है और एक सीट के लिए कैंडिडेट 10-10 है, ऐसी कंडीशन है हमारे देश में. सो एम्प्लॉयमेंट, बिजनेस, ड्यू टू इंक्रीज इन पॉपुलेशन, बिजनेस भी मैंने स्टार्ट किया ऐसे और 10 जनों ने बिजनेस स्टार्ट कर दिया. ओके, ड्यूरिंग दिस लॉकडाउन, लाइक आई हैव सीन इट्स लाइक some businesses have really taken a boom. For example, cake selling and cake related stuffs and our decorated related stuffs. I've seen that during lockdown many people just baked cakes at home, so they needed all such, they needed all such ingredients and of course the materials. And there are many shops, there were just few shops before I can say, but during this lockdown period I've seen so many shops coming up selling these products. So once a business takes boom, there are many others who then similarly think that this business is of profit and enter into the same. So we have a competition because the population is so high in our country. Children are facing the problems of loneliness and mental stress due to reasons like nuclear family. So earlier we had joint family, grandparents, okay, your uncles and aunts and their kids, your siblings living together. But now we have nuclear family, just we and our parents, and just one of my siblings, brother or sister, and my parents. So nuclear family, parents staying outdoors due to job. Most of the parents are working, both of them. So working, either one of the parents is definitely outdoors or both the parents are outdoors. There are many bindings on girls and excessive freedom for boys in some families. Boys are allowed to do whatever they want, they can roam wherever they want, no time restriction for them, but girls are not allowed. So this leads to mental stress. Of course the girl will be under mental stress that my brother is allowed and I am not allowed. So she will start feeling things inside. Boys enjoy the concession from their domestic duties, whereas girls have compulsion for the same on the pretext that should be used to it. So girls should be used to it. ससुराल जाके काम ही करना है तो उनको सब काम आना चाहिए, लेकिन बॉयज़ पे ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता है. बॉयज़ को कोई डोमेस्टिक ड्यूटीज़ नहीं करनी पड़ती है. So this is our society. Due to, do you see the advertisements about increasing awareness on avoiding the discrimination between boys and girls or sister and brother in the same family, on choice for fresh or leftover food, learning medium? Okay, I've seen so many families where the boy is sent to a very good school but the girl is sent to a very like a not so good school. Even it's like the boys are fed first and the leftover food is fed to the girl or the woman of the house. In society, too, adolescent girls have to unnecessarily face the problems like teasing and molestation. So when the girls step out, okay, their clothes and everything are just pointed out, and people, there are guys around, and they bully, they tease and molest the girls. You must have seen in the news that there are so many cases happening around us. So girls are facing the problems of stress due to such gender inequality. So this gender inequality has led to stress amongst girls. Nowadays, everyone has to face the stress due to ever increasing disorder, crime and violence. So society में order नहीं है, disorder फैला हुआ है, अराजकता फैली हुई है, ठीक है, सब शॉर्ट टेम्पर्ड है, एक दूसरे से टॉलरेंस जीरो है, क्राइम का लेवल बढ़ते जा रहा है, वायोलेंस बढ़ते जा रहा है. यू मस्ट हैव सीन ऑन द न्यूज़ अगेन recently also. It's like one teacher was killed by some people, and there are so many such news. It's like where normal people without any reason, just in a fit of anger, get killed. So tolerance levels zero hote ja rahe hai, and this has led to many cases of violence. At the same time, people looking at this as fast and easy way of making money. Some people just want fast and easy way of making money, so they adopt wrong means of making money, may become scapegoats and become part of such system. So they become part of larger system where they're forced to then do illegal activities. This is the deadly effect of social illness, because everyone's like, when I look around my, it's like friends and their family, it's like they are traveling abroad, they every year go abroad uh, to have their vacations, to enjoy their vacations. So I see that, so I also, it's like, want to have the same life. So I want, if in order to enjoy the same life I need some money, so I'll adopt wrong means of making money. Okay, so ये बिकॉज क्यों है, ये सब हमारे अराउंड सब हम देखते हैं, उसकी वजह से ये सब प्रेशर हम पे डेवलप होता है, एंड वी अडॉप्ट रॉन्ग मीन्स ऑफ डूइंग सो. सो दैट्स मेंटल स्ट्रेस. आफ्टर मेंटल स्ट्रेस, लेट्स टॉक अबाउट एडिक्शन. पीयर ग्रुप इन्फ्लुएंस इज स्ट्रॉन्गर इन केस ऑफ अडोलेसेंस. सो अडोलेसेंस के केस में जल्दी जल्दी हम क्या करते हैं, हम हमारे फ्रेंड्स, ठीक है, पेरेंट्स से नहीं लेकिन फ्रेंड्स से बहुत इंस्पायर्ड होते हैं. फ्रेंड्स ने कुछ बोला मतलब वो करना ही है. तो हमारे पेरेंट्स से बढ़कर हमारे लिए हमारे फ्रेंड्स हो जाते हैं जब हम एडोलेसेंट वाली एज में होते हैं. एडोलेसेंस जब आता है तो ये नॉर्मल है कि पेरेंट्स हमें अच्छे नहीं लगते हैं और फ्रेंड्स ज़्यादा अच्छे लगते हैं. रीज़न, पेरेंट्स हमें डांटते हैं, समझाते हैं, बुरी चीज़ों के लिए हमें टोकते हैं, पर वो एज ही हमारा ऐसा होता है कि हमारा जो ग्रुप है, सो my peer group, so people of same age, same interest. Okay, that's what we mean by peer group. So my friends group, school friends, so same group के जो लोग हैं, same interest वाले लोग हैं, हमारी frequencies match होती है. So of course उनका वो जैसे करेंगे हम वैसा करने की कोशिश करेंगे, उनसे हम ज़्यादा influence रहेंगे, भले हमारे घर की सिचुएशन अलग हो, उनके घर की सिचुएशन अलग हो. So adolescents always prefer the company of friends and follow their good and bad habits instead of following the advice of parents and teachers. Children in their early age try upon tobacco, cigarette, gutka, alcoholic drinks, drugs, etc. due to either peer group pressure or symbol of high standard. कुछ लोगों का high society status होता है, that is why they try drugs and all. Okay, the recent is Bollywood being engaged into this Sushant Singh's case and everything. So you know that how high standard, you people that you idolize, you think of them as your idol, and when you realize that they are involved in such stuff, so youth may admire them, they may follow them because they are icons. So you may also think that she takes drug or he takes drugs, I'll also take drugs. So peer pressure or peer group pressure or symbol of high standard living or as imitation of elders, as I said. So if you see your father smoking, you will also think that it's like I'll also start smoking, for example. So however, it may lead to addiction to such deadly substances which can prove even fatal. Temporary intoxicating drugs of plant origin and some chemicals may permanently damage the human nervous system. So intoxicating yourselves with drugs of plant origin may lead to addiction to such deadly substances. So, and may also damage the nervous system, muscular system, heart, etc. Earlier, we have studied the carcinogenic effect of tobacco. In our ninth standard, we studied the tobacco is cancer causing, carcinogenic, that's cancer causing, containing uh, carcinogenic effect of tobacco containing substances on mouth and lungs. So, mouth cancer, lung cancer, that is oral cancer, lung cancer, etc. So, addiction. So we are learning factors that disturb the social health. First, we talked about mental stress. Then we talked about addiction. Now let's talk about incurable diseases. Factors like ignorance towards the people with incurable diseases like AIDS, TB, leprosy, and mental disorders, as well as old person, leads to increase in old age homes, and such factors may also cause harm to social health. उनके मन में घृणा की भावना पैदा हो जाती है जब उनको सब नकारते हैं. Everyone ignores them. No, they think that their disease is a taboo, so they think of them as untouchable. ठीक है, डेडली टू देम, उनको लगता है कि उनसे उनके वजह से उनको भी वो बीमारी हो जाएगी. तो ऐसे लोगों को हम दूर रखते हैं अपने से. तो ऑफ कोर्स उनके मन में एक वो भावना पैदा हो जाती है. ठीक है, so that leads to a stress in them because they are not treated the way they are required. So similarly, the parents at home, when they start losing their, with age of course, persons start losing their mental health as well, or take a memory, थोड़ी वीक हो जाती है विद एज के साथ, हियरिंग एबिलिटी थोड़ी कम हो जाती है। सो कई बार बच्चे अपने पेरेंट्स को फिर ओल्ड एज में टॉलरेट नहीं कर पाते, एंड दे सेंड देयर पेरेंट्स टू द ओल्ड एज होम्स. So the old age homes are increasing day by day. If you see, think whether the incident shown in the figure in the following picture is rational, expressive opinion. Do you think it is rational? Okay, here a person is, it's like a beggar is sitting, and the woman is pointing out at him. Maybe she is telling her to, it's like she's abusing her and telling her to go away. So that's not rational. If she cannot help her, at least she has no right to, it's like, ill treat that person, bigger person. If you can help her, if help that poor person. If you do not help, at least we don't have any right to abuse them or ill treat them. So that's not rational according to me. It's an irrational behavior, not a rational behavior. Next, have you ever seen the persons inebriated with drugs or liquor, loitering on dirty places? You must have seen, after it's like having alcohol, they do not realize what is happening to them. They may just loiter on the streets everywhere. You may have seen such people lying on the streets, on the corner of the footpaths. Okay? Whether such a pitiful condition of most intelligent human being is acceptable. So human being such a wise, but when you see such persons lying on the road, on the footpath, just being drunk, not unconscious, so that's, is that acceptable? No, it's not acceptable, of course. But somewhere when such people are not mentally sound, and then when they have some problems and they adopt to such ways of, it's like, just temporarily forgetting their stresses, and that is why they adopt to alcoholism, and overconsumption may lead to such unconsciousness, and they may loiter on the places. You must have read the news about many deaths due to poisonous liquor, zehreeli sharab. So why does it happen? Liquor is produced from alcohol obtained through fermentation of substances. However, if this process is performed in a wrong way, poisonous liquor is produced and proves fatal for many at a time. Efficiency of nervous system, especially brain and liver, as well as lifespan of person decreases due to alcoholism. Brain development in adolescence is hindered due to alcoholism, and thereby ability of memorization and learning becomes slow. So adolescence में brain development को harm करता है वो, so your learning capacity decreases. Addictive person cannot think rationally. Due to this, the person has to face social, mental, and familial illnesses along with the physical illness. तो फिजिकली तो इल होता ही है, मतलब कोई ना कोई बॉडी ऑर्गन खराब होता है और बीमारियां होती है वो अलग, इसके अलावा सोशल, मेंटल और फैमिलियल इलनेस भी. ऑफ कोर्स आप दारू पियोगे तो फैमिली में भी स्ट्रेस रहेगा, तनाव रहेगा, झगड़े होंगे. सो these are the various effects of alcoholism, having alcohol. Now let's talk about communication media and the excessive use of modern technology. If you see here two caricatures presenting the situations of the years 1998 and 2017 about playing on the playground are given below. Observe these caricatures and express your opinion about arising of such different situations. So earlier, parents used to like forcefully take kids inside, come for study. They had to call them, come घर पे आ, घर पे आ. पूरे दिन बच्चे प्लेग्राउंड में खेलते रहते थे, पढ़ाई के लिए उनको घर पे बुलाना पड़ता था. और आजकल के बच्चे, they are so homesick that mothers have to force them, go outdoor, go play outdoors, and kids are more happy with their phone and internet and television, and parents have to force them to go out, have outdoor, go out, have fresh air. So this has been the change in situation over a period of time. Distribute the 24 hours of your daily routine as per various duties you have observed. Make two categories as time spent on your health and time spent on other responsibilities, and compare both the categories. You will find that you hardly spend time for your own health. Most of the time is spent on doing other stuffs. Nowadays, excessive, unnecessary, and irrational use of modern technology and communication media is becoming a sensitive issue through the viewpoint of social health. So we are using so much of modern technology, the communication media, unnecessarily more than what is required, and irrational use as well. Persons spending the time with cell phones for several hours are usually unaware of the surroundings. So they are unaware of their surroundings, what is happening in the surrounding. They are least bothered about their surroundings or what is happening in their neighborhood, etc., etc. They're just into their cell phones. This is also start of addiction, so that is also an addiction and leading to endangering of the social health. So even when you go out, you will be just, in your cell phones, then talking people around you, chatting with them, sharing your experiences with them. You'll better just sit and like be in your mobile. So earlier when you used to travel by trains 20 years back, even the strangers, we used to talk a lot, we used to share so many things, share food, etc., etc. Nowadays when we go, people think that they have become so sophisticated, it's their standard, they just be in their phone, they will like just put on their headphones and listen music, or just be into their own phones and won't be bothered about people around. They just don't like talking to people around, they're just into their own. So that has made us sick, so socially recluse. We don't like generally talking much to people. This is also a sort of addiction and leading to endangering of the social health. So cell phones are becoming an addiction. Various physical problems like tiredness, headache, insomnia, forgetfulness, tinnitus, joint pains, and problems in vision may arise due to use of cell phones. And problems in vision may arise due to the radiation of cell phones. So the radiations of cell phones are very harmful. So what all problems can be caused due to radiations of cell phones? Tiredness, headache, insomnia, that is sleeplessness. You just for hours, even in the night, just look at your cell phone, play games on the cell phones, or do a number of things on the cell phones. So insomnia, forgetfulness, you tend to forget things. Tinnitus, tinnitus is the perception of noise ringing in your ears. You feel that तुम्हारे noise में कुछ ना कुछ तुम्हारे ears, तुम्हें ऐसे feel होता है कि कुछ ना कुछ बज रहा है और तुम्हें सुनाई दे रहा है. So that's tinnitus. It's the perception of noise or ringing in the ears. It's a very common problem. Okay? So 15 to 20% of people are affected by this problem, tinnitus. Okay? So age-related hearing loss may also lead to tinnitus. So it's a situation where you feel that there's a perception of noise ringing in your ears. That is tinnitus. More serious fact is those radiations penetrate the bones of children more effectively than the bones of adults. Persons continuously using the computers and internet become solitary. वो solitary हो जाते बहुत, मतलब वो recluse हो जाते, अब अलग ही रहना prefer करते. They generally don't like mixing with people. They cannot establish harmonious relationships with relatives and other members of the society. Habitually they become self-centered, and thereby they may develop problems like autism and selfishness. So they become autistic. So they may develop problems like autism. Okay, it's a it refers to a broad range of conditions characterized by challenges with social skills. तो हमारे social skills जो होते हैं वो affect होते हैं, receptive behaviors, हमारी speech, communication. ठीक है, ये सब problems है autism के. Okay, so these are the symptoms of autism. It is a neurological disorder, you can say. It's a complicated condition. So your behavior is involved here, communication is involved here. So it includes wide range of symptoms. So generally people with autism have trouble in communication. Clear? So social interaction ऐसे लोगों का बहुत poor होता है. Recluse लेना prefer करते हैं, अकेले रहना prefer करते हैं. So that's autism. They become less sensitive towards others. Chronic effect of such tendency is that they are not ready to help others in need, and hence they also do not get it in need. That is, when they need help, they will also not get it because they are not ready to help others. Children who watch cartoon films may imitate the characters of those films. You must have seen children have the tendency of imitating. So whatever cartoon characters they watch, they have the tendency. The best example you can give here is Doraemon. You know that when you watch Doraemon, you must have known the character. Okay. Just forgot the name of the character. Doraemon. Nobita. So he's such a lazy boy. It's like always he needs Doraemon's help for doing things. So such a lazy boy he is. So children when watch these cartoons, so they also like try and imitate these characters, and they also imbibe those negative vibes, and they also try and be the same. So tendencies and behavior of the children who play the games like virtual war and car races, especially deliberately brought about virtual accidents in games. So you must have seen such games where there are lots of virtual wars, accidents taking place in car races and all. So ये सब बहुत नेगेटिव इम्पैक्ट प्रोड्यूस करते हैं धीरे धीरे बच्चों पे, ग्रेजुअली बिकम नेगेटिव. Some games available on cell phones and computers are extremely time consuming and also cause economic losses to lose concentration of some on some essential subjects may also may prove fatal. So it is time consuming, it affects your studies, it leads to lose concentration on some essential subjects, so you may lose your concentration. It may also prove fatal. Okay, some people get so obsessed. It's like in between when this PUBG was banned, so there were it's like rumors that so many kids are it's like so obsessed with it, so if this PUBG gets banned they'll commit suicide or so and so. So these children get so obsessed with them that they cannot be without them. So and it leads to loss of concentration, and ultimately if it's even if adults get used to it, so during their work time they may it's like play such games, and that may cause economic losses as well. Along with some useful purpose, huge information available on the internet is used for viewing some inappropriate videos too. So watching wrong stuffs on the internet. So every coin has two sides. So the internet, though the internet was made to gain information, but people take unnecessarily advantage and like view some inappropriate videos on the internet too. However, there is a governmental regulation over such media. Website, movies, and cartoon films inappropriate for children are banned by the government. Now, why there is increase in news of death by drowning in ocean, falling in deep valleys, or under trains during catching the cell phone selfie? So this is the latest selfie side. That's due to selfies is increasing in our country. On the edge of the hill, you may take a selfie, and in the middle of the road, you may try and take a selfie, which may lead to an accident. So this news is increasing day by day. So you may drown into the ocean, fall into deep valleys, or under trains during catching the cell phones. There is an increasing competition to upload the videos of road accidents instead of helping the victims. So when such accidents take place, you will see that पूरा लाइव लिया 14 फ्लोर से जंप कर रहा है कोई, तो उसको पूरा वीडियो रिकॉर्ड कर दिया. तो वो बंदा उस टाइम पे वीडियो रिकॉर्ड करने के बदले क्यों ना उसे हेल्प करने की कोशिश करता, उसको समझाने की कोशिश करता, ऐसा मत कर, या दूसरे लोगों को इन्फॉर्म करता या कुछ करता. बट देयर इज सो increasing competition of uploading such videos, so people just are busy in taking such videos. So what is the mentality of such people? Why are the video clips of parents threatening or hitting the children not studying as per their wish, or domestic helpers beating the children are very common on social media nowadays? तो माँ बाप अगर बच्चों को मार भी ले तो उसमें कोई बुराई नहीं है. हम हर माँ बाप को अपने बच्चों को ठीक है सही राह पे लेकर जाने का राइट होता है. तो इफ दे आर लविंग एंड केयरिंग एज वेल, समटाइम्स दे मे थ्रेटन एज वेल, और इट्स लाइक use hands as well. So that is not so threatening, but still such, if you see such videos are being uploaded and we feel that parents कैसे बच्चों को मारते हैं. So that is not, even we ठीक है have grown up, even sometimes our parents lost their control and hit us. So that does not mean that our parents don't love us or they are being very threatening. Okay, so that's not the case. Person indulging in such destructive and unnatural activities is usually under stress, and such activities are bursting of stress. So a person may be under stress and such activities are bursting of stress. Medical science has declared that such activities has declared such activities as mental illness. तो ऐसे लोग mentally ill है जो ऐसे सब काम करते हैं, ऐसे वीडियोस लेते हैं और ऐसे वीडियोस को पोस्ट करते हैं. ठीक है, तो वो अपने मेंटल स्ट्रेस को दूर करने के लिए ये सब काम करते हैं, मतलब वो मेंटली इल है. Person indulging in selfie is not aware about the world around and the risk. वो भूल जाता है उसके आजू बाजू का world. This is called as selfie side. So suicide to suna hoga. This is called as selfie side. Persons indulging in domestic violence, sending messages to others before committing suicide, or those who send the video clips of suicidal act are mentally ill and they do so to win the sympathy. So people send messages and people indulge in domestic violence and take videos and send such videos, or those who send the video clips of suicidal act. So these are all mentally ill and they do so to win sympathy. Hence, make the constructive use of communication media like television, phone, and internet for essential needs and entertainment only. But do not go into the clutches by spending hours with those media. So do not just spend hours and hours with those media, use them constructively. साइबर क्राइम, ये भी नया क्राइम है, तुमको मालूम ही होगा आजकल बहुत ही फ्रॉड। बैंक्स कंटिन्यूसली स्प्रेड द मैसेज ऑन मोबाइल फोन्स, तुम्हें आता रहेगा कि हम तुम्हारे बैंक के मैसेज आते रहते हैं, हमारी बैंक की तरफ से कोई आपको आपका आधार कार्ड या आपका अकाउंट नंबर मांगने के लिए कभी फ़ोन नहीं करेगा। सो डू नॉट डिस्क्लोज योर आधार और पैन और क्रेडिट कार्ड डिटेल्स टू एनीवन. So these messages are continuously spread on your mobile phones about not to disclose the Aadhaar, PAN card, credit card, debit card number, and other personal information if demanded by any person. Do not disclose your PIN to anyone while withdrawing cash from the ATM machine or purchasing through card payment. Why such instructions are given? Consumers are deceived by showing superior items on websites but actually selling the items of either inferior quality or impaired ones. तो जैसे जीन्स है एकदम मस्त क्वालिटी का, कलर वाला इतना मस्त दिख रहा है, जब आया तो एकदम पुअर क्वालिटी वाला है. सो कंज्यूमर्स आर डिसीव्ड, उनको धोखा दिया जाता है. बैंक ट्रांजेक्शन्स आर डन यूजिंग पिन विदाउट द knowledge of consumers. Confidential information about government institutes and companies is obtained from internet with the help of computer programs or other ideas, and then they are misused. This is called hacking of information. Nowadays, crime like opening a fake account on Facebook and Instagram and displaying false information and thereby teasing the girls or exploiting them financially, फिर उनको blackmail करना, उनसे पैसा वसूलना. So this is all happening. You must have seen or Crime Patrol and all such, where these such episodes are shown. Misuse or illegal sale of the written literature, software. ठीक है, आजकल सब इलीगल सॉफ्टवेयर यूज़ करते, कोई लीगल सॉफ्टवेयर खरीदते नहीं है. जैसे माइक्रोसॉफ्ट ऑफिस, वर्ड, ये सब पायरेटेड वर्जन से यूज़ करते हैं सब जन. फोटोज, वीडियोज, म्यूजिक, मूवीज भी सब पायरेटेड देखते हैं हम. ऑफ अदर्स बाय ऑब्टेनिंग फ्रॉम इंटरनेट इज कॉल्ड एज पायरेसी. सो वी ऑल वॉच पायरेटेड मूवीज. जो भी नई मूवी आती है वो सब इंटरनेट पे तुम लोग देख लेते हो, टेलीग्राम वगैरह पे, एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा. इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मीडिया इज ऑल्सो मिस यूज बाय सेंडिंग derogatory messages, spreading vulgar pictures and inflammatory statements, जिनसे सोसाइटी में volatile tensions फैल जाए, तनाव फैल जाए, and there may be it's like war like situations, or so these inflammatory messages may it's like create violent conditions because they may hurt your sentiments, and it may result into community riots and etc etc. Exchange of information through media like email, Facebook, and WhatsApp occurs very fast. However, a personal information and phone numbers are automatically spread and thereby reaches the unwanted persons, which leads to malpractices like incoming of unnecessary messages. Some of such messages either impair of shut down the mobiles and computers. Okay, some messages may have viruses and all, and they may cause impairing of your computers and mobiles, and they may lag or shut down. So all the above mentioned incidences are examples of cyber crime. So these are the various examples of cyber crime. Committing such crimes is also a mental illness. Later on, the criminal also has to face the mental stress. Cybercrime unit has been newly launched in the police department. Cybercrime experts collect the details, investigate the cybercrime, and thereby find the criminal with the help of internet. Let's talk about the IT Act. The IT Act 2000, this act has been enacted since 17th October 2000 and been amended in 2008. Person committing the cybercrime has to face the punishment like imprisonment for 3 years or fine up to 5 lakh. Maharashtra is at forefront in controlling the cyber crimes, and it has been proved to be a first state to start a separate cybercrime unit. स्ट्रेस मैनेजमेंट, तुमने ये फोटो देख के अंदाजा लगा दिया होगा, ऐसे लोग जमा होते हैं क्लब्स वगैरह में या ओपन स्पेसेस पे, एंड they do yoga and then they laugh जोर जोर से, the laughter club. Have you seen the loudly laughing citizens in morning in public gardens? Name of this newly popularized concept is laughter club. These people relieve their mental stress by laughing loudly. ऐसे करने से mental stress दूर हो जाता है. Various ways of expression like establishing communication with friends, फ्रेंड्स से बात करना, peers जो हमारे क्लोज ग्रुप है, cousins, teachers and more importantly parents, noting down our feelings, expressing our feelings with near and dear ones helps us to relieve the stress. तो जो भी हमारी प्रॉब्लम से शेयर करो हमारे नियर वंस और डियर वंस से, जो भी आप फील कर रहे हो, जो भी चीज़ें आपको बॉदर कर रही है, पेरेंट्स के साथ, सिबलिंग्स के साथ, फ्रेंड्स के साथ, टीचर्स के साथ, फॉस्टरिंग द हॉबीज अच्छी अच्छी हॉबीज डेवलप करना, like material collection, photography, reading, cooking, sculpturing, drawing, rangoli, dancing, etc. help us to properly utilize our free hours. So जो भी हमारा leisure time होता है उसमें ये सब कर सकते हैं हम. By diverting the energy and mind towards the positive thinking, negative thoughts are automatically neutralized. So हमारे thoughts को, हमारी energy को divert करना है positive thinking की तरफ, तो negative thoughts अपने आप neutralize हो जाएंगे. Now, learning and listening to the music, singing keeps us happy and drives away the stress. So, whenever you're in stress, just like put on your headphones, listen to the music. Music has power of changing the mindset. Importance of outdoor games is unparalleled. Outdoor games को कोई मैच नहीं कर सकता. There are various benefits of sports, like it causes physical exercise, improves discipline, interaction and tendency of unit. So when you are playing outdoor games, generally it is a team game. So your interaction with everyone, okay, the tendency of unity, you learn to be a team. So participate along and you be come together and fight as a team. So it leads to the tendency of unity. It improves your interaction. Loneliness is driven away and person becomes more social. So play more and more outdoor games. Regular exercising, massaging, visiting the spa to help to relieve the stress. Yoga is not limited for asanas and pranayam, but it includes discipline, balanced and good food, and meditation also. Deep breathing, yogic sleep, yogasanas, etc. are good for health. Meditation helps to improve the ability of our concentration. It imparts positivity in our temperament. Meditation helps the students to improve concentration in their studies. Deliberate inculcation of characters like time management, planning of our own duties, and decision power is nothing but cultivating the socially strong and ideal personality. So, you should inculcate habits like time management, planning your own duties, कब कौन सा काम करना है, decision making, decision power. These are all signs of being socially strong and being an ideal personality. We have all the ways to manage our stress. However, if these are not successful due to certain reasons, it leads to some serious problems like depression and frustration. Medical advice, counseling, and psychotherapy are available for such persons. So, if you are in depressions, you can take medical advice, counseling, and psychotherapy. Similarly, many NGOs also provide helping hand. Let us see the information about some of these. Unified Movement Against Tobacco. This movement has been started by 45 different well-known organizations like WHO, Tata Trust, etc. This movement is active for controlling the tobacco consumption and providing guidance to activists against tobacco. So there are many activists that fight like against tobacco consumption, and the tobacco consumption should be banned. If you see tobacco वाले जो भी tobacco के पैकेट्स रहते हैं उस पर लिखा हुआ रहता है tobacco is carcinogenic, उस पर वो फोटो भी डाला रहता है ओरल कैंसर का, कैसा हो गया उनका पूरा माउथ. You must have seen advertisements also when you go to the theaters while watching movie. So ये सब चीज़ें होने के बाद भी people consume tobacco despite of knowing that it harms, it can kill you. Next is Salam Mumbai Foundation. This organization runs programs in various schools in Mumbai to empower the children living in slum area in the field of education, sports, arts and business. So गरीब जो slums में रहते हैं उनको education provide करना, sports में आगे लेके जाना, arts और business में. This organization encourages the children to take education by helping them to improve their health and lifestyle. This trust has made some districts in Maharashtra completely tobacco free through hard work. Since the year 2002, this organization is working with various schools in urban as well as rural area for making the society tobacco free. This program is being implemented with the help of government in about 200 schools in Mumbai and 14,000 schools in the rest of Maharashtra. The oath of freedom from tobacco is taken in every school as per the government letter. So, free from addiction of tobacco, freedom from addiction of tobacco. Government schemes. Phone number, helpline numbers are published in newspapers to help the children in distress or facing any type of problem. So, children can contact the helpline to narrate their problems. Proper help and guidelines are offered to such children. So, we can take help of such children. Laughter Club is a remedy to drive away stress. So, Laughter Club or to drive away mental stress, you can say, being specific, mental stress. Alcohol consumption mainly affects the nervous system. The act dash is to curb the cybercrime. What is the name of the act? IT Act 2000. Okay, the IT Act 2000 is to curb the clear continuous consumption of alcohol and tobacco materials. Okay, is an addiction. This app may cause the cyber crimes. That is to I think FACEBOOK Facebook. A remedy to resolve stress. A remedy to resolve stress. SINGINGDANCING. You can have dancing, singing, whatever you want. Requirement for a stress-free life. Fourth, requirement for a stress-free life. So a remedy to resolve stress. Remedy to resolve stress. I told you can write dancing or singing. Requirement for stress-free life is good food. GOOD, good food. Next, various factors affect social health. Art of preparing food items is called cooking. So sixth down is cooking. Okay. Hobbies to reduce stress. You can write your own. Disease endangering the social health. Physical problems arising due to excessive use of mobile phones. We've just discussed them about activities under the jurisdiction of cybercrime laws. You can just refer and solve them. Okay, so I've completed this chapter as well. Next time we'll start with a new chapter. Till then, bye bye. Everyone, have a nice day.